you to the online class of biology for the session 2020-21. So in the previous videos we have started with the chapter 2, that is biological classification, and in this chapter we have studied already about the different classification systems like 2 kingdom classification, 5 kingdom classification, its merits, demerits, etc. And also we have studied about kingdom Monera in detail, okay, and about the kingdom Protista in detail we have studied, okay. So next kingdom that we have to study is kingdom Fungi, okay. Fungi kingdom we have to learn. So kingdom fungus or the kingdom of fungus, if you see, they are strictly heterotrophic, okay. Heterotrophic means they cannot prepare their food at all, okay. Any of the members of this kingdom fungi is not able to produce their own food. They are strictly heterotrophic, okay. And you can see that heterotrophic means they can be saprophytic. What do you mean by saprophytic? The organism which derive its food from the decaying organisms, isn't it? So we have studied that the fungus and the bacteria, they are helping to remove the dead bodies or to clean the it helps in the recycling of materials by decomposing the waste materials, isn't it, or dead organic matter. So likewise, many of the fungus are what? Saprophytes. Okay, along with bacteria, they help in removing the biological waste, okay, or dead organic matter from the body, from the world or from the earth, okay, and they help in the what? Cycling of the nutrients. And then another form, some other forms of fungus, they can live as parasites. Many of them are parasites living in the on plants and animals and causing a lot of diseases, okay. And some are living as symbionts. You have learned about lichens, isn't it? Lichens are association of algae and fungus. So in the form of symbionts also they live, okay. So some of the common examples of fungus are yeast. Have you heard yeast, which is used in bakers, okay. Then it is used to make bread, beer, etc. Then have you heard about Puccinia? No chance. Puccinia is a kind of fungus that causes a disease, okay, rust disease in wheat, okay. Then Penicillium, of course you would have heard Penicillium notatum, from which the penicillin is taken. Penicillin is what? It's an antibiotic, okay. So this type of fungus mainly they live on humid and warm places, okay. They need moisture content, and also they will be living in warm places. That's what the vegetables are safe in our refrigerators, understood. So there what the temperature will be less, okay. So there are fungus which are unicellular. Example is what? Yeast. Other all the fungus are filamentous, means what? Their body is filament, thread like, okay, thread like structure. So what do you see? Have you heard about mushrooms? Mushroom also belongs to fungus only. But what is the real body of the mushroom? What you are seeing is only its fruiting body, okay, which comes up in the soil is the fruiting body of the fungus. Other part or their body, real body, consists of only long thread like, just like a thread like body they are having. So we can say that their body is filamentous, okay. Example of unicellular fungus is what? It's the yeast, okay. So this long slender thread like structures or the body of the fungus is known as hypha. What is it? Hypha, okay. Hypha is the what? The body of their the fungus. Body of the fungus is known as what? Hypha. So how can you define hypha? Hypha is the long slender thread like body of the fungus, okay. And the network of this, a number of hypha, they entangled, they form a network, and that is known as mycelium. What is it? mycelium. Understood? So mycelium may be containing, mycelium is what? A group of hypha. Hypha is what? Long, slender or thin filamentous body of the fungus is known as what? Hypha. And a group of hypha, entangled network of hypha is known as mycelium. Okay, and some hypha, they are having what? Continuous, they are having a continuous cytoplasm, okay, with many nucleus. This condition is known as cenocytic. Okay, cenocytic. What is it? Cenocytic. Clear? Cenocytic hypha means what? If the hypha is having many nucleus, okay, without any cross walls. Hypha will have cytoplasm, isn't it? Cell wall, cytoplasm, all that will be there. And in the cytoplasm, if many nuclei are found, then it is known as cenocytic hypha. Okay. So if in higher forms, in the cenocytic hypha, you can in the hypha you can see what? Cross walls or septa. So that kind of hypha cannot be called as the cenocytic. Cenocytic hypha means what? In the cenocytic hypha, there won't be any cross walls or septa will be absent. Is it clear? And you can see in the cytoplasm, many nuclei will be distributed. Clear? Then, if you see the cell wall of fungus, it is made up of a special substance known as chitin. Okay, have you heard about chitin? In arthropod cell, their body, their exoskeleton is having this substance. What is chitin? It's a carbohydrate only. Is it clear? And then some other polysaccharides. Clear? So chitin, presence of chitin is very important in case of what? The hypha, the cell walls of the fungus. Is it clear? Then I told already, they are what? Mainly their mode of nutrition is heterotrophic, and they shows different types of heterotrophic kind of nutrition. Like saprophytes means what? They depends on dead and decaying organic matter. Some of them are parasites, means what? They live on living organisms like plants and animals, and they cause harm to them. Okay, and some others are living as symbionts. Symbionts means what? It's a kind of association in which both of them are getting benefit. Okay, for example, lichens. Lichens are what? Lichens are a group of organisms having both fungal hyphae and algae in them. Okay, and both of them will get benefited. How they'll get benefited? Fungus will absorb water and minerals and give to algae, and algae is photosynthetic and they can do photosynthesis. They do photosynthesis and give the food to the fungus. Likewise, they are living. Understood? So that is a kind of special kind of organism having both of this, fungal hyphae and algae. Okay, then another example of symbionts is mycorrhiza. What it is? Mycorrhiza. Once again, what is it? Mycorrhiza. So mycorrhiza means what? No, it's the association of fungal hyphae with the roots of higher plants, especially in the gymnosperms. Roots you can see. So what are the different kinds of nutrition? So can be asked in the examination. Write the different kinds of nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition found in fungus. Okay, so what you can write? Saprophytic, okay, parasitic and symbiotic. Saprophytes means they depend on decaying and dead and decaying organic matter. Okay, parasites means they live on living organism and causes harm to them. Symbiotes means what? They are in an association where with some other organism where both the partners will be getting benefited. Examples of symbiotic association is what? Lichens and mycorrhiza. Lichens are what? They are association of fungal hypha with algae. And what is mycorrhiza? It's the association of fungal hyphae with the roots of higher plants. Okay, so that is about the nutrition. Now if you go to the reproduction. Okay, they can reproduce vegetative vegetative means, do you remember what is vegetative reproduction? In plants you have learned last year, isn't it? It can be fragmentation, fission, budding. Okay, so budding in yeast, you have seen the slide also in the last year. So what is fission? The especially in unicellular organism, they will get divided into two, okay, or more. And then fragmentation means what? As they are having long filamentous hyphae, they will get divided into small fragments, and each fragment can grow into new organism. Okay, then so that is vegetative reproduction. Then asexual reproduction means what? Asexual reproduction means some spores they specially produce. For example, okay, so the fungal means fungal members, the members of the kingdom fungi can produce certain spores. Which kind of spores? Asexual spores, like conidia. Okay, what is it? Conidia. Then sporangiospores, then or zoospores, okay, etc. are examples of what? Asexual spores. Understood what I said? That is, they can reproduce vegetatively, asexually, or sexually. So the vegetatively by fragmentation, fission, okay, all these are what? The different kinds of what? Asexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction. Then asexual reproduction means what? They produce certain spores, like what? Conidia. What is it? Conidia. Then sporangiospores or zoospores. Okay, so zoospores are what now? They are motile spores. Motile means they can move, they are having flagella. That kind of spores sometimes they can produce. Okay, then they can produce sporangiospores. Have you heard about rhizopus? Last year you have learned about rhizopus, sporangiospores. Inside the sporangium they produce the sporangiospores. Okay, and sometimes they can produce by they can reproduce by the production of conidia. So these are examples of what? Asexual spores of fungus. Okay, what are they? Conidia, sporangiospores, or zoospores. All these are examples of what? Examples of the asexual spores. Then bisexually also they can reproduce. Sexually means what? You can see the exchange of genetic material, fusion, all that. Okay, so that is done with the help of some spores known as oospores, ascospores, basidiospores. Don't get confused with the terms here. So I told what? Asexually by conidia, okay, or conidiospores you can say, sporangiospores or zoospores. All these are what? Asexual method of reproduction, or asexual spores they produce. Okay, sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, what is happening is the hypha of two different strains, they come close to each other, they fuse. Okay, there will be exchange of what? Genetic material. So after that they produce what? The spores, like oospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. What are they? Oospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. And this different spores will be produced in different structures, okay, called what? Fruiting bodies. Understood? So for example, I will tell you mushroom. Some of you would have eaten mushrooms. So mushroom, what you are eating is the fruiting body. Understood? In that only they produce the sexual spores. Understood? So in plants you can see the what? Sexual spores or pollen grains are produced in the flower, no? So in the same way, the fungus, actual fungus of mushroom will be growing through the soil or through the rotting wood materials and all. Okay, because they are saprophytes, they have to live on them. And when they get mature, they produce the fruiting body. That is only coming up as the mushroom, that what we eat. all the time you won't get mushrooms, isn't it? But the hypha or the mycelium will be there in the soil. When it becomes mature, they form the fruiting body, and inside the fruiting body only what will be produced? This kind of spores, and this spores you can find in different types of fungus. Is it clear? So the sexual reproduction, that is very interesting. Okay, that is, they include different steps like plasmogamy and karyogamy. What is this plasmogamy and karyogamy? Plasmogamy means fusion of protoplasm. Do you remember what is protoplasm? Protoplasm means, do you remember cell wall will be there, cell membrane will be there, and then what? Cytoplasm, nucleus, all this. So the entire content of the cell membrane is known as protoplasm. Okay, so you can see that here in fungus, plasmogamy means the fusion of not only in fungus, anywhere. Okay, plasmogamy means fusion of protoplasm. Okay, that is known as plasmogamy. Fusion of two nuclei, okay, is known as what? Karyogamy. So in plasmogamy, what happened to motile? Motile means which can move, and non-motile gametes produced by different hyphae can come and fuse. Their cytoplasm will get fused. Okay, and sometimes you can see this plasmogamy will not be what suddenly following karyogamy. Karyogamy means what? Fusion of nuclei. Understood? So fusion of nuclei is known as karyogamy, and fusion of protoplasm is known as plasmogamy. So after plasmogamy, then what happened? Karyogamy happens. Then what happened after karyogamy? The zygote will be formed. This zygote will undergo meiosis. Why? Meiosis. Have you heard about two types of cell division? Mitosis and meiosis. Meiosis is the one which is taking place in the sexual cells. Okay, gametic cells are formed by meiosis. Cell divisions only there. Okay, we will study in detail this in one chapter about mitosis and meiosis. Okay, so this meiosis takes place in the zygote to produce the haploid spores. The spores, when it fall on the ground, okay, or suitable medium, it will grow into the new hyphae. Okay, so this is what the steps that is taking place in the process of sexual reproduction in fungus. What are they? Plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis. Is it clear? So when a fungus reproduces sexually, two haploid hyphae. What do you mean by haploid and diploid? Haploid means, see, in human cell, what is the chromosome number? In each of our cells, 46 chromosomes are there, isn't it? But in the gametic cells like egg and sperm, they will have only 23 chromosomes, isn't it? So that we have studied that in the last year. So that when they fuse again, the zygote will have 46 chromosomes. So the gamete cells of human being can be said as the haploid. Understood? And any other cell from a hand, liver, kidney, heart, any of this will have 46 chromosome, and it is an example for diploid cell in our body. Okay, so if a fungus is having 16 chromosomes in their body, okay, in their cells, or two sets of chromosome, one from the mother parent and the other from the father parent, means father and mother, if they come and fuse, okay, if it is 16, that is the diploid cell. Okay, and then after meiosis, the 16 number chromosome will get reduced to 8. Okay, after meiosis, the daughter cells will have only 8 chromosomes. 8 chromosomes. This condition is known as haploid. So the body of the fungus is haploid, means they will have only one set of chromosome in them. Understood? If they are having 10 as diploid, then it will have only 5 in their what hypha, because they are haploid. Is it clear? And so during sexual reproduction, what happened? Two haploid hypha, they come together and fuse. Okay? And sometimes in some kind of fungus, after fusion, the zygote, okay, will become what? Diploid suddenly. Understood? Means plasmogamy will be what it will be following. What? Karyogamy. This two will takes place simultaneously. Okay, so that it will become diploid. But in some other fungus, okay, there is a very special stage known as dikaryotic phase. Means, listen very carefully, that is dikaryotic phase. Dikaryo phase means where two hypha come close to each other. Okay, their cytoplasm fuses, but their nucleus will not fuse suddenly. Okay, they will be fusing after a particular stage. Understood? So in that kind of cells, you can see that in each cytoplasm, two nuclei will be there, two haploid nuclei. Okay, example I told, if the diploid number of this fungus is 10, then you can see that each of the nuclei will have 5. When they fuse only, what will happen? Diploid cell will form, or diploid nucleus will form. But in some kind of fungus, this karyogamy will not happen suddenly after plasmogamy. So in each cell, you can see two nucleus with two nuclei. In each cytoplasm, two nuclei will be there with the haploids set of chromosome. This condition is known as dikaryon, and this is a very unique feature of what? Fungus. This dikaryo phase, nowhere you can see. Okay, in fungus you can see. So what is dikaryo phase? Where in a single cytoplasm, okay, there will be two nuclei. So why this happens? Because karyogamy. What is karyogamy? Fusion of nuclei will not take place suddenly after the plasmogamy. Okay. So then what happened? After some time again, what happened? They fuse and form the diploid cell. Then this diploid cell undergoes meiosis to produce the haploid spores. This haploid spores will grow into what? The hypha. Is it clear? So this is what the so can you say the characteristic features of kingdom fungi? Okay, so they are what? Heterotrophic strictly. Their cell wall is having what? Their cell wall is having a special substance known as chitin. Their body is filamentous. Exceptions are there. Okay, otherwise their body is filamentous, slender, thread-like structures known as hypha. Isn't it? Hypha, they form a network known as mycelium. Understood? Then they reproduce sexually and they are showing also vegetative mode of reproduction. Okay, and you can see a special stage known as dikaryo phase, where what happened? A cytoplasm of some of the fungus will have two nuclei. Okay, this is because karyogamy will not take place suddenly soon after the plasmogamy. Okay, so this is what the major characters of what? The fungus. Clear? So we'll study the different kinds of fungus in the next video. Okay, so you prepare the first chapter. I will give some revision questions for your pre-midterm exam so that you can practice. Thank you.